I'm just gonna get more water. I'm fucking tired. Feels nice.
Okay, I pressed it. Should grab my tablet.
Did you announce it online?
Yeah, I did.
What are you doing?
I should copy the text.
You know we're live, right?
I know. Are you now?
Oh, OP.
Looks like some people are here already. Say hi. Hi.
Oh, there's someone?
Well, there's 4 people watching. So
Okay.
4 people watching could be me, you, maybe.
No, it's not. You don't count
It
the...
doesn't count the
It
dashboard.
doesn't count the dashboard.
Okay, okay.
So, you know, that's why you don't open up the dashboard. But, yeah. What is up, guys? Welcome to the second episode of Fate Game Over Gudasalt podcast.
Is that what we're calling this? Okay.
That's what we've been calling it.
Okay.
And so last episode, we haven't been doing this for a while, so I'll recap from last episode. We talked about the swimsuit event and the history of FGO itself, how it went from shithole to still a shithole, and then, and then the history of Type Moon itself, how it got from back then to, you know, what it is today, one of the biggest franchise in the anime industry ever.
Yeah.
So today, right, we are talking about something about Type Moon's complete franchise. So instead of just talking about Fate Grand Order or Fate Stay Night itself, we often talk about a bit more about something else.
The whole thing in general.
The whole franchise in general, you know,
Yeah,
like maybe something that you guys never heard about before, you know, because not everyone's gonna hear about completely everything about the Fate franchise in general. That's why, you know, it'll be great, you know, if you guys want to find out more, so on and so forth, and yeah. Give me a sec.
You know what's sad, right? Like,
What?
People probably think I'm like a really huge Fate fan, and I do like Fate. I like it a lot, but I haven't seen a lot of Fate works. So I am actually quite secondary.
I don't like even now, like even today, right? I don't understand the terminology like
Secondary
or primary or whatever you call it.
Like the only primary basically means you look at source content, so the first version of it, and where it's at its most primal form. So for example, if you were to say in the Western society, right, there would be the people who watch Harry Potter movies and the people who read the Harry Potter books. Primaries are the people who read the books. Secondaries are people who just watch the movies. Yeah. So basically, you go to the first source content for all, because generally in the the sequels or the whatever comes from it, the derivatives, I guess you would say.
Derivatives
of it, yeah. It's generally diluted because they want to cut it short just to show you the good parts. So it's kind of like highlight chopping, which is what we do for our YouTube videos. But so you miss out on the small stuff, and sometimes that small stuff is kind of important.
Sometimes might be yes.
Sometimes it actually is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like for the most part, like secondary stuff is still okay. Like primary stuff has a lot of like the little.
But you want my
nitpicky
honest
things.
opinion, right? There's no such thing as like primary or secondary because, like everyone has their own preference,
Well, yeah, everyone has their own preference.
So I don't see like just because someone doesn't like reading book doesn't mean he doesn't like the franchise.
No, it's not
Or
that.
just because he doesn't know more because the book describes more. But like, let's be honest with ourselves here, like.
Yeah.
There just isn't much. It's just.
It's
just some stereotypical expression.
Like, come on, you can't say like.
Like, of course, if you want to find out more, it's better if you read the book. But then someone can be just like, oh yeah, but reading a book is a pain in the butt. That's why I don't feel like doing it.
Well, reading a book is a pain in the butt, sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Like I said,
it's quite long.
It's a preference. So yeah.
But like, there's like some stuff that when you don't go to the source material, the primary material, and then you ask questions that end up kind of making you look stupid to primaries.
No, everyone's has their first time. So.
Everyone has their first time, of course, but like generally, like when you like make statements that are like just based on the primary, on the secondary source.
No, well, that's when you be an idiot.
Yeah. Like that's where the whole primary versus secondary thing comes. When you make a statement that is just based on a secondary source, and because you've done that, and sometimes it is completely wrong. This is where the primaries go, that's bullshit. Go do your research.
No, I'm not even gonna get there anymore. But okay, so back to the main topic. So today we're gonna find out a lot more about the Fate franchise. Not really just the Fate franchise, but the whole Type Moon franchise in general.
Okay.
Well,
I wrote Fate franchise, but that's okay.
It doesn't matter. It's still the same company. It's still the same universe, ultimately. So last time we talked about how Type Moon itself grew from nothing to something. It went from all the way into the dust from something starting off with like just a few chapters of K&K into Tsukihime, where they actually spend the effort to make the actual game itself. So we probably want to talk a bit about Tsukihime itself. Like Tsukihime is like the first of one of the major works, of Type Moon, of what they did before Type Moon actually went legit.
Well, Type Moon exploded off Tsukihime, wasn't it?
Like the fact that they were not called Type Moon that time, they were called something else. They were called Notes. But then the thing about Notes or whatsoever is when they create Tsukihime, they are not a legit company yet. They were still acting off as a doujin circle. That was what struck people really hard, because with that little resource they could still push out a full-fledged visual novel is what surprised people the most. That's also the reason why people were utterly impressed with Tsukihime, because it's a huge negative on Type Moon's like the whole team itself, because it's mentally affecting them due to the stress and all the work they have.
What's the game?
It's affecting them physically,
Oh,
because
you mean how hard it was to
Yeah.
push out?
and it's also affecting them financially, because let's be honest, you're not getting paid for it, and you're spending every single effort in trying to do it, and Nasu is basically freelance at that point.
Yeah,
doing nothing.
when it's a fan made project, you just make yourself.
Natsu's freelance, and all you have is Takeuchi running around, working his ass off, trying to feed Natsu, and at the same time come back to draw pictures.
Yeah, that's right. He was.
That's how it also started. That's how it also started the running gag of how Takeuchi can't color for shit. because the coloring in Tsukihime was so bad back then, and then people were making fun of him for it. You know what I mean?
Eventually, he got someone else to do it.
Eventually, he got someone else to do it, and that's Koyama. I forgot his name.
I don't know his actual.
Hirokazu Koyama, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. He's the main artist for Mahotsukai no Yoru right now. But then he's got right now they've got the background team, they got the coloring team, they got they have all the teams they want,
Yeah.
and
Well, they're big enough. They
they're
can do
big
whatever
enough
they want
now.
now.
Yeah, they're the number ones
Top
now.
dog, man.
They're the top dogs now. Well, Tsukihime was one of those tiny budget games, yet struck people real hard because it was done so professionally,
Okay.
and at the same time, that length of the game is not a doujin length at all.
That's because of how
That's
long
because of-
Nasu writes.
It's because of Nasu's continuous non-stop writing works as well.
Unlimited writing works. See, the thing is, right, I actually watched Tsukihime before I realized it was part of the Fate franchise. Before I even knew. Okay, I watched it. I completely forgot about it. And after I got into Fate, I went and rewatched it. I was like, what the fuck? Oh my god, I've seen this before. And I played the game, but I've only played through one route. I think it was the arcade route. I can't remember exactly.
Arcade route is after they defeat. I'm not gonna spoil it. After they defeat the source of evil, Arcade goes back into a deep sleep.
Yeah.
That's the her route.
But yeah, I do hope the remake gets made soon. As
If I was you, I wouldn't be expecting that much, knowing it's Nasu. But
the Mahotsukai English patch, Chapter 6 only just recently came out for the English patch. I haven't played it yet. I played up to Chapter 5.
from what I've understand, someone else picked it up.
So, okay, yeah.
I'm not sure. Like someone else, probably that person got tired of waiting, so he took what's left off, and
I think that's generally how most of these projects go. When you take years to complete a translation,
Well, think about it this way.
a good translation team will get a project done in approximately 2 years.
What are you talking about, Amaterasu?
I'm talking about the team that got Kusaya done and Clannad done. Well, Doki did that, I think. No, it wasn't Doki. It was
It's Amaterasu.
Was it? Okay.
No, you're talking about rewrite, right?
Rewrite. How long did rewrite take? It wasn't that long.
Rewrite was done by Amaterasu, if I remember.
Okay.
But right now, rewrite is getting officially translated to
Yep.
English.
Because
And what surprised me the most, this is why I also kind of like Key as a company itself, because it supports its circle so hard. Like they actually brought the Amaterasu translation team to come
Really?
in and work on the official translation
Oh, okay,
for
okay.
rewrite.
I didn't realize
Harvest
they did that.
Festa and
'Cause
rewrite.
I
Plus.
know Kusaya did that. With
Grisaya is a different approach because the company who licensed Grisaya is Sekai Works, which is
Sekai Works. Yeah.
another Western company that's also started off by remnants of some of the translation teams.
Okay.
So you can't really compare Sekai
To-
project with Key, because Key is a legit company that's actually from Japan itself, and from what we should know, corporations themselves dislike translation circles.
definitely do. Yeah.
So
Like-
for them to do something as bold as, invite the team that literally could have destroyed majority of their income because of their selfishness to produce a so-called fan translation. That's really selflessness of them,
Well, they did that. Like, I mean, I understand how to do it because they do that in part to also enable, income from the international audience, and that's great.
But they could just get any official translator to do that instead of getting Amaterasu to do it.
It's true.
Because there's actually been cases where,
that is true.
translation circles or translation groups tries to get into
And they get
corporate.
DMCA.
And they either get DMCA'd or they get their asses beaten. One of the greatest examples of when it first started, the whole controversy, was back in the Tales series. That's when Tales of Fantasia was translated by an English group known as D-Jap Translations.
How long ago is that?
And that is during the 2000 era.
Okay, that's ages ago.
That's ages ago. Like Tales of Fantasia was during the Super Nintendo, Super Famicom days. That was when they got translated. And I think it was 2006 or 2003. That's when they released the Game Boy Advance port for Tale of Fantasia. And they also announced that they are going to translate the game to English and release it to the audience. Now, that's when DJAP Translation heard about it, and they were like, "Oh, that's really cool. We could provide help to help you translate, because we were the ones who translated Tales of Fantasia into English from for the Super Nintendo back in the days."
Yep, okay.
And then the message they got from official hotel, which they took a screenshot and put it back out for everyone to see, was that we do not need your help. We do not need mediocre translation or clowns such as yourself to, ruin our franchise any longer. It's yours sincerely, Bandai Namco Corporations.
Bandai literally said "fuck you" in their face.
Well, which I'm not surprised, because technically, if you think about it,
A fan translation.
a fan translation can ruin their lives. But then at the same time, they need to think in the terms of fan translators. Why do they need to translate in the first place? You see?
Okay. The thing is, the reason why you translate in the first place is to get your product to the international audience, because the international audience is interested in it. They'll start a fan translation because they want to.
Yeah, so they need to consider about it. Like, they have to think about it. You may think of them as destroying your market at the first place, but you have to think about it. They are also the ones that created your market in the international audience.
That's
Yes.
right. Yeah, and that's the really sick thing about Key. Like, actually, only a month ago, I think, at this point, Key did a world tour, and they ended it in Hong Kong. Yeah,
We went there.
yeah, we went there. We have some fans to show as well. Got some dongles as well. But like, that's what I really thought was cool. Like, it was the first time I'd seen something from Key of like that, and they're actually moving towards incorporating the international audience with their games. So yeah, the fact that they're making an official English rewrite, it's really cool.
It's cool because, maybe because of what happened to Clanet and so on and so forth, so they're doing it now, but...
Because, I mean, at this point, they have to know there's an audience in the international scene.
Trust me, they know already, but,
Of course.
there's a lot of factors they have to consider as well. Because, if you think about getting an official translator, right? An official translator is also not cheap.
No. Translating is hard.
Translation is actually not cheap, because this is from us telling you, because we are from the industry themselves. Let's say, for example, if you translate something from an official translator with a legit degree, so there won't be any grammar mistakes. Remember, you're translating literature here. We're not talking about translating a letter or interpreting what someone says. We're talking about literature. So every, the way they write it, it's really hard for them to translate. That's why you need professionals to do it. Let's say if I were to translate 100 words.
It's like translating Shakespearean.
Yeah, it's like, let's say if I were to translate 100 words, right? I won't be surprised if it's like $3 to $4 per word, because
Sure.
I've seen it. Like I've seen how expensive Japanese
We're talking
translators cost.
AUD, HKD? What are we talking?
Talking about US dollars.
USD. They're like the Key
production anymore.
The
anime's
anime's
getting bad and the VN
didn't live up to the hype as they used to be.
Well, it really depends because they kind of went in a different direction for Key. I understand why, because it's a complete new producer going into new Key works.
Okay.
So it's no longer the original Key team doing it, but you have to think about it at the same time.
Maeda Jun is taking a step back from what I heard.
He's taking a step down, and especially his health conditions
Yeah,
getting
he
worse.
also requires a heart transplant.
Right now, he
remember.
requires a heart transplant.
Yeah.
That's why you see. I don't know if you guys saw the GIF that's running around these days. It's pretty horrible, but
I mean, it's kind of dark humor.
it's
but
a dark humor. But you know, it was Foucault holding the star, going, "Oh shit, nigga, time to get a heart." But that's what it was meant. But hey, what's up? But yeah, that was exactly what. That's exactly why some of Key's work's a bit different, because it's going on a different production route. It's getting new artists and so on and so forth. As for the studio they pick for their animations, I don't know, because from what I've understand, Kyoto Animations no longer really get anything done these days. They are a bit they are more interested in their own franchise to be exact. Like I think they got too influenced by K-On! Too much. So after K-On! It's all about
they want to do it for themselves.
they want to do it for
I
themselves.
guess.
So it's
Yeah,
more
that's
like
what's going on.
Tamamo Market or Free. Like people when they saw the silhouettes for Free, right? Everyone thought it was like, oh my fucking god, it's gonna be another Full Metal Panic or so on and so forth. But it turned out to be Free. But yeah, it was pretty troll.
Like,
But yeah,
I'm quite sad that KyoAni is not doing Key's works anymore, because I thought they were really good
they
together.
were pretty popular.
I
They
thought
were a
really
popular
good together.
combination.
Yeah, and I do understand. I am kind of disappointed with the animations, like as well. Like even with rewrite, although it's getting better now because Kanahanazawa for the win. But from what I understand is Key's what is it? Their way of doing things is that they want to use the anime as a preview, so for people who to introduce people to it, and then they want you to go look at the actual game, the VN, to take in the full thing. So ultimately, they're using the anime as just a preview, which is quite different from rewrite, because as I understand, rewrite is supposed to be the other way around. You're supposed to play the game first, then watch the anime, and then probably play the sequel that's coming out. Or not a sequel, remake, sorry. That's coming out soon. Sometime soon-ish. I don't know when.
I don't know, but for those of you who haven't played Rewrite but is watching Rewrite,
You guys are getting spoiled a lot.
What I'm suggesting is don't watch it.
Don't watch
play
it.
it.
Go play it.
Go play it first.
Because if you do play it after you watch it, you'll realize how many spoilers are in the anime. How much they have destroyed it for first-time viewers. And it's quite sad, like coming from a person that's played the game first. It's like all the experiences that I've had, and I really enjoyed. I would consider it should be enjoyed by other people as well. And then you kind of miss out on that because the anime kind of just shoves it in your face and like with bits and pieces and chops it up and
I mean, like, he is still like a great inspiration to a lot of game studios out there. I mean, that's how Higurashi came to play.
It's definitely an inspiration for me.
Yeah, I mean, like, he inspired a lot of really famous work as well. For those of you who didn't know, Higurashi was heavily inspired by Key. One of the major ones. Liu Kishi himself admits it.
I remember you telling me about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
So
the way they write the story.
the way they
wasn't
write
it?
the story, how the story goes, the character composition, everything was based on Key. He admits that himself. And in case you didn't realize it, I don't know, have you ever played Shari no Kuni?
Yeah, I played it. It was a good game.
Shari no Kuni
Was it written by him, dude?
was a bit based on Key as well.
Really?
It was a bit inspired by Key as well.
That gameplay was quite different from Key though.
It's a different gameplay, but the story setting and how it goes was a bit inspired, especially the tear jerking.
I can understand that. I can see that.
I didn't know that myself until it was from one of the chats I had with one of my, my acquaintances in Japan. He's you know him, is Seiyama from Tokyo Otaku Mode, and he was telling me about it, and I was like, I actually didn't really know.
Like,
he really likes Shari no Kuni, and he was talking about it, and he got what he did today, and that one day he started telling me like, hey man, I got the Kickstarter started. That's why I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but recently on Kickstarter they announced the Kickstarter for.
There was a Shari no
for
Kuni
Shari no
Kickstarter. It has been
cancelled
pulled down, unfortunately.
They're still working on doing some adjustments, and yeah.
We'll hopefully try and get it back
try
up
to get it
again.
back up. But it was an interesting thing for them, I guess.
Yeah, Shari no Kuni.
Shari no Kuni was pretty interesting.
I like the game. Like, really, I actually really like that game.
But yeah, so Key actually had a lot of inspiration. I mean, like I told you for Higurashi, the whole story setting was actually based on Key. That's why one of the major setting that he calls it the Key formula, right? So you have to have a cute character that always have to have some kind of pseudonym. For example, like for Air, it's Gao,
Yeah,
and then for I think for Kanon it was Ugu.
Yeah, for Canon it was Ugu.
Ugu, and then and then for Little Buster it was Wafu.
Yeah, I get. Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So how he did that was in Higurashi he got Rika.
He got Rika to go
And then
Nipa.
go Nipa. That was how it does. That's the explanation for Nipa. And then the formula goes by happy, hilarious, comedic scenarios into heartbreaking tearjerker. But instead of going heartbreaking tearjerker, he thought to himself, why don't I twist this around? So instead of I want you to get into tears as well, but it's not heartbreaking tears. It's I fucking scare the shit out of you. So
it's really genius how you think about it. The fact that he just ripped it from Key and then just flipped it all around.
He flipped it all around. And for those of you who noticed as well, he was also the scenario writer for Lucina.
Lucia's route in Rewrite.
That's why you notice a bit of a difference with organizations and with poison gas, whatever. It's his thing.
It's very dark,
It's very Lukishi.
because he's writing it.
He's writing it.
He's a good writer. Even though he ripped it from Key, but formula works.
We drift off track. Back to Titan. So, as we were talking about the Tsukihime series, but back then, for someone to produce Tsukihime as a doujin circle was a really incredible thing for its lengthy gameplay, with its professional art. Getting a good artist for that time was pretty hard. I mean, of course, the coloring was crap because Takeuchi was never good at coloring to begin with.
It's probably expensive. It still is expensive. Getting a good artist.
And stuff. So, it was really incredible. I still remember, when I got my copy of Tsukihime, right? It wasn't even in CDs. It was in 1.4-inch floppy disk. So I got a stack of floppy disks from my friend.
That's right. You said this last time. And wasn't all that floppies for music?
No, it wasn't for music. It was just for the game
Just
itself.
for the game. Okay.
For the music, there's actually a CD, but you have to play the CD on that specific track when you do it. So there wasn't really a point, but of course there's an automated system that automatically gets the track to play it.
Okay. That game must have been huge at that point. It was
I guess
this many floppies.
But Type-Moon was also one of the companies that doesn't really encourage on using seiyus in their visual novels.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay. Because the first time I played the Fate visual novel, actually pretty much the only time I played the Fate visual novel, because I haven't played it since then. I played it with... Oh, wait. No, I did play with voice. I don't remember Shiro having a voice though. Or maybe that's just me. But I know... what is it? I played Tsukihime and that had no voice. No sound. Sorry, our thing went and turned off again. You know, the whole TV is idle, blah 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 blah.
At
Really
least it
shitty.
didn't. At least it didn't do that yesterday.
Yeah, I know, right?
If it does that yesterday, then we're pretty screwed.
Fake Grand Order is expensive as well for us. No kidding.
But yeah. So Tsukime showed up, and it was one of the really, I don't know if I would put it in a different perspective. Like, people really like the fact because in Japan, if you notice, majority of the anime themselves really have to have like Japanese characters in them. You know what I mean? But or a Japanese setting. So they kind of twisted it a bit around and give it more of a Western setting.
The Tsukihime.
Yeah, like the main female was Arcade. It was, you know,
She's white.
She's Russian. She's
Russian,
based on
yeah.
the Russian model. So, you know, it's really fresh experience that time. I guess that's also why it pushed him to success.
Okay.
And yeah, like the storyline. I mean, for a Dojin Circle game with 5 heroines, it's a bit too much.
At that time,
At that
how
time.
many would a dojin usually have? Did you play any at that time?
I never played any of that time because, you know, there wasn't really, no one really would create a visual novel. Like, if you look at the fact that, have you looked at Higurashi, right? You looked at Higurashi, look at the way he created his visual novels, right? They were so short, they wouldn't even last for half an hour.
That's true. Yeah.
And like, the quality was subpar, it was horrible, the sound was horrible, and you know,
Well, if we're talking Higurashi, I'm surprised he got so big.
well, to be honest, I was even surprised that people would actually put up with the way he did things because, like, Higurashi, nothing was ever answered until the 5th game.
That's right, yeah.
The first 4 games, for every comic kit, it was a complete mystery. It's just horror. It's just horror. Like, I think
It was just a mindfuck.
the only thing I can say it is he really luck-sacked it. Like, I'm not trying to say, like, you know, bad stuff or whatever. It's like, he really luck-sacked it. Like, maybe because there weren't so many VNs, so people were kind of like, oh, that's pretty cool and all that stuff. And by the time the 5th one came out, everyone was like, oh my fucking god, now I know what it means.
Yeah, I first got introduced to Higurashi when my friend gave me a bunch of anime, and it was just lying on there. So I picked it up, watched it, 12 o'clock at night, and I was like, what's this? Oh, blood and guts. Okay, let's see what happens next. More blood and guts. In the middle of the night, yeah. I'm not sure if I had school in the next day. But, yeah, like, and I just kept watching it. And I watched through the whole season 1. I went through all of it in one go. And I didn't answer any questions. I was like, what the fuck? Just a complete mindfuck the whole way. And for me, well, what I'm really disappointed in is that I didn't think deeply about it, you know? Because after you watch the 2nd season of Higurashi, or you get to the spoiler part where they answer all your questions, and you're like, oh, that's how you did it. And you're like, damn it, I wish I thought about it, you know? Because I like playing these mind games. I like puzzle games. Like I like to think.
Maybe.
It's good to think what could happen. You know, what might be the cause. It's kind of like why I like Umi Neko as well. That's part of why I liked about that too.
And, well, of course, like I said before, back to the main topic.
Sorry, I keep jumping off.
Tsukime went on a bomb. You know, it was a complete, you know, super bomb. Like, they bombed it. Everyone loved it. And they released something called a Tsukime Tsuki box, which is like, has every bits and pieces of thank you and all that stuff. It's kind of like the 1 year anniversary gift box have, like, you know, all the, and that's when they put in a chapter of Kano Kyokai.
Yeah. Okay.
And that was the first chapter that you see. That was the first movie you watched as well. So that was what they put in. And
Kano Kyokai was released out of order, right?
it was never released in order.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's when they released K and K. And K and K kind of got a bit of people's interest because the first chapter was not that great, as Nasu said. It was something that
It just wrote on a whim.
it's something that
Or she
you
just
know
wrote on a whim.
she wrote to on a whim, just for fun when she was in high school.
Mm.
It was one of the times that they got nothing to do, so he wrote like a detective story called like Kao no Kyokai, and then that was it. Like even the ending of the first novel ends with the fact that she explained the case, which is exactly the whole first movie. And then how do you feel about it? And then the main character said, it feels like some shitty detective novel. And she's like, yeah, right. And so he was like sarcastically laughing at himself, writing that. But then people were interested, because like back then there weren't that many like detective stories,
Okay,
like.
yeah.
The only detective probably you get was Detective Conan. It's very kids themed, and
Yeah.
people won't really like it. And then K was really interesting. It's like supernatural. It has all the detective elements in it. It sparks a lot of interest. And then the second movie came out. The second novel came out, which was published online again on their website, and it just went on. So people got really interested. That's when they were approached by another publisher, and then they were like, "Do you want to publish K?"
No. Yes.
And then they were like, "Okay." And then
Okay.
K just went wham. Like everyone's like, "Oh my god!" Like it's
K&K is quite good.
really good. Dual personality. Demon slaying
mm.
clan, and then different phenomenons explained. And the world setting is just so interesting because it's actually the same world setting as Tsukime. Mystic's eyes of depth perception, this and that. For those of you who actually didn't know, right? The Ryogi clan,
Ryogi clan.
Yeah.
So, that.
yeah, and the Nanaya clan
Okay.
were actually the same, one of the 4 major demon slaying clans in the Type Moon universe.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
But then, of course, they were being suppressed by the Tono family, which is one of the major magician family.
that's
Which is
like going to Mahotsukai.
nah, that's
Is it?
Tsukime.
Tsukime,
That's
okay,
Akiha.
okay. Akiha.
Akiha's
okay,
family.
okay.
So they were suppressed by it, and they weren't happy. So they kind of went on a bit of a war. But of course, being the demon slaying clan with the uncontrollable factor of bloodthirst, they got wrecked.
Okay.
So the Nana clan got wrecked, and then I don't know why they're talking Shiki, but it's just for story's sake, okay? Yeah, that was the guy who'll fucking kill him, but yeah, for story's sake, they're talking Shiki.
Okay, plot armor, sure. And yes, I do like Stanscape.
So they're talking Shiki, and then of course that became what it is as Tsukime.
Okay.
So
Well, the Shiki from Tsukime is weak as fuck, isn't it?
well, he never really had any practice.
It's true.
He was taken in when he was 6.
Well, he woke up kind of, yeah.
And for Ryogi, she had practice ever since 6 because she was next heir.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a different perception.
Like they were raised differently, so
Yeah, there's differently.
obviously she knows how to fight.
The male Shiki himself has no whatsoever. He wasn't really the heir or anything like that. He was just one of the the little side character on the line in the clan. Somehow he lucksack and survive and got taken him and have to name Tono.
Now he's the main character of fucking Tsukime.
Tsukime, so cool.
Bloodthirst. Is that why Shiki is in Grand Order?
I was talking about the male Shiki's clan. The Nana clan had an uncontrollable bloodthirst. For Shiki herself, the reason why she has an uncontrollable bloodthirst was there's a few.
How many Shikis are there? Let's just what was it? Elaborate.
Technically, if you want me to put it that way, there's 4 Shikis.
4 Shikis. Oh my god.
Because this one is actually 3.
This one is 3. Yeah.
You know what I
okay.
mean.
Yeah. Okay.
And
And there's her normal self, which is kind of
Ah.
male.
Actually, if you want to put it that way, there's 7.
What the fuck? How do you pull that out?
So you have in Tsukime you have the Tono Shiki, the main character.
Yeah.
Then you have an other Shiki, which is the original Shiki in the Tono family.
Okay.
That's Akiha's real brother. And then
Wait, what? Okay.
you have to play like the game.
Okay,
I'm not going to
because
spoil.
I haven't played the whole game, so I don't know. So I'm
then-
getting confused here.
And then there's another Shiki known as Nanaya, but he is technically of what Shiki would become if he was still in the Demon Clan, or we call it the alternate, version of Shiki.
Okay. So, Shiki, the what if Shiki,
What do you mean the what if Shiki?
the alternate version.
Yeah,
right?
the what if Shiki. But then he pops up in Melty Blood because
Okay,
he was
yeah.
technically, from what I've understand, he was created by one of I'm not gonna spoil it more, but
Okay.
yeah. I'll stop here.
So there's more than that, but there's spoilers.
No spoilers.
all right. So Shiki is the first Saber clone. Before Saber clones existed, there was Shiki.
Not really, but the reason why Shiki was used so much was because, like, if you notice, right, like Mystic Eye of that perception, Shiki was just the Shiki in Tsukihime was based off on the Shiki in K&K.
Yeah, okay. Because they both have mystic eyes of death perception.
They were the same person, to be honest. Like, it was based on the male Shiki in K&K.
She was based on the male one.
What do you mean?
I'm kind of lost.
The Shiki in Tsukihime
Tsukihime, yeah, that's
was based on the male personality.
based on the male personality of this.
In
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Okay, enough of that setting crap. We're not here to talk about setting. K&K, basically gone to a big hit.
But yeah, okay, there's K and K for you. Shiki.
Yeah, so Shiki, and basically Shiki just went kaboom, man, I'm the bomb. And they just went skyrocket. Movie starts coming out like crazy with Ufotable. And become one of the favorable franchise out there.
It's pretty good, but when did the movie start coming out?
Movie started coming out. That was when they first started working with Ufotable, so I would say it was after the Fate Stay Night movies.
After the Face Down movies.
Mm.
So that's when Type Moon started working with Ufotable, I guess.
It was after the Unlimited Blade Works movie. No. It was around the same time. Like, I don't really have. Yeah.
Okay.
I always thought Ryogi was first. Yeah, Ryogi was first. Like, I'm saying Ryogi Shiki was the first Shiki that was created. And then, but then, Ryogi Shiki was never shown to anyone else because it was in Nasu's, one of Nasu's drops.
Nasu's drops, yeah.
So, Tono Shiki was based on Ryogi Shiki.
Yep.
Based on Ryogi Shiki's male personality.
It's not as weakling as male.
It'd be easier if I have like a picture and I'll just draw it to you, but
We have a whiteboard.
Now you think about it, like, everyone's going like 2008, 2007, 2006, and I'm like, damn, that's so many years ago.
2006, jeez. But yeah, like when you say that, like if the K and K movies were at the same time as the Face Day and Unlimited Blade Works movie,
Mm-hmm.
that's like you look at the animation difference. It's still a huge jump there. Like the Ufotable movies from back then are still
You
really
have to understand.
good.
You have to understand this as well. Movie has a higher budget than animation,
It's true.
and for animation, they have the timeline and time shaft.
True,
So they have to make things within time. That's also the reason why Ufotable was getting their ass hurdled because of God Eater.
God Eater, yeah, they screwed up on God Eater for a couple of episodes.
That's why they have to put in those director episode. Oh, what we did today. This is how we make the poster like element. So yeah, K&K, one of the biggest setting of all time, and People loved it because it also connects the Alko sisters together, the Aozaki sisters together, and people were always wondering the fact that like the fifth element, Miss Blue, why was she never mentioned? And this and that, and then until 2006. Natsuki no Koko, like, you know what? She was actually one of the first characters I created. I have the drop here, So I will make the visual novel, and then it just went on. It's gonna come out in 2008 or something like that, and then like 2008 to late 2009, 2010, 2011, and then 2012 I think.
Like the first time I came by your place, right, and then I saw the Mahoyo game. I thought it was an old game. I thought it'd been released like 2006 before or before maybe. Like that's how old I thought it was. Like because my understanding of the thing, but in reality, it's actually very very new. That kind of shocks me.
Why?
I don't know. It's like because I felt like it would have been something that was very old. I mean, the story itself is actually old, right? Given that
It's one
she
of the
wrote it
oldest
ages ago.
draft, yeah.
Kind of push up the Mahotsukai franchise. They should.
They should. The thing why it's not pushed up at the moment is because
fate.
because they're too lazy.
Oh, okay. Okay, sure.
Well, like they actually accomplished to the stage where they don't really need to do much anymore, and they're just letting the young blood, do whatever they want with the new franchise. Hence why, even Mahotsukai no Yoru was not drawn by Takeuchi himself. It was drawn by his other artist, Koyama Hirokazu. So that's the difference here.
Okay.
They were trying to let, I guess, new people to have their chances. Hence why, Fate of Prokofar was written by another guy, and then they have another work called, Fire Girls, or...
You just told me Heaven's Feel was written by his mahjong friend.
No, the Heaven's Feel manga that's recently released, called, I forgot what his name again. I think it's called Task Notes.
Okay.
Something like that. But basically, the reason why new franchise were created weren't even like Natsuki no Ko or Takeuchi's idea. Like even the latest manga, right? Fate's Stay Night Heaven's Feel storyline. It was all drawn by Natsuki no Ko's mahjong mate. It was drawn by his mahjong friend. Like the only reason why he let him draw was also because he lost to her in the last round.
Oh, so it's okay. So
Yeah, it just went on.
he lost to Nasu in the last round.
No, Nasu lost to him on the
Nasu lost to him.
And then he's like, "Can I ask you for a favor?" And then he was like, "What?" "I would like to draw the Heavens Feel line."
He's like, "All right."
And then he's like, "All right, just send me the draft." I mean, this is how TM works, I guess, but
yeah.
and then I think after K&K, we will have the what was after K&K?
After K&K.
Well, K&K was also when they announced the fact that they announced a Fate prototype, but it was never actually properly announced as well.
No, I always thought Fate prototype was just an OVA.
It wasn't even an OVA.
It's just like one episode.
It wasn't even an episode. It was a fucking 20-second trailer.
Okay.
It was a 20-second trailer.
I vaguely remember watching an episode, but
And like they showed it in like fucking in one of the K&K DVDs.
Fate was after K&K.
Yeah, Fate was after K&K. Fate was when they decided to go commercialized, and they decided to become a proprietary limited because they couldn't, have these kind of lives anymore. It's too frustrating, too hard on them.
Oh, I understand that.
So they got people to invest into them, and That's how Type Moon came to light.
And they push Fate out. Which I quite enjoyed. Fate
No,
is good.
Prototype was really, when everyone saw the trailer, but then they said it was a concept trailer. So everyone saw it, it's like, oh my fucking god, It's like the other way around, Sajo Ayaka and Saber and this
I
and that.
really want to see Prototype. Like,
And then they're
as a
like,
thing.
it's just a
Just a
concept.
concept. Fuck, man.
It was the original concept. I just made it, just to fuck with you guys.
So dick.
And here's also interesting fact, yeah? In Fate Prototype, Ku Hulin, like Lance's master,
Mm-hmm.
the personality-wise,
Okay.
is exactly the same as Skaha.
Well, but it's not Scar.
She's not Skaha, but she behaves exactly the same as
Like
Skaha.
Scar. Okay. Who is she actually? Or is that a spoiler?
It wasn't really a spoiler. They never really explained much. But in the trailers, in some of the drama CDs, we have one there. It's like on top of there, but you can grab it if you want.
Okay,
to.
we have Prototype dramas. Okay. I didn't know that.
They usually release drama CDs with it. But basically, Ku Furin described him as exactly his master, like exactly as Skaha.
Hmm. But never said Skaha in specific. So.
They never really, said, Skaha in specific, but everyone know it's Skaha.
Hmm.
And Prototype never came to light. People were just like, me. And then so Nasu got really annoyed, so they released Fate Prototype Fragments.
That's the manga, isn't it?
That's the light novel.
Light novel.
That's talking about the fourth Grail War in Fate Prototype. Before Fate Prototype happened. That's why you have Brian Hilda, you have Ozzy.
Okay, that's where they all come from.
You have Arash, and then I don't know.
Who else? No, you don't know who else? Okay.
Serenity,
Serenity. Yeah, that's alright. Serenity.
and then
I remember there was a Jack the Ripper in there too, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't Jack. It was the other guy, the guy with the split personality,
Jekyll and Hyde and Jekyll.
Hyde and Jekyll.
Yeah, Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called. Who's the Yandere master?
The Yandere master, isn't it always Worm Slut?
It's like
Sakura.
damn it. I really like Sakura. Really looking forward to Heaven's Feel. Too bad it's next year, but I guess we can wait.
Fate Khaled. Fate
Fate
Khaled
Khaled.
was one of the spin-offs, which I thought it was quite interesting in a sense. Because at first it was meant to be more of a humor.
Yeah, it was very humorous at first, and then
It just went.
third season it just went. I was like, wow. so like I was just watching Fate Ilya just for the heck of it, because it's something related to Fate, and I didn't mind it. It was enjoyable. It was like watching Ilya root.
Well, I guess the fact is because he ran out of material to write.
It's a
And
different
then-
writer, yeah.
It's a different writer, and probably like the editor was like, just write something. Why don't you change the direction? He's like, oh, okay, I'll just change the direction. And then I was a bit saddened by the fact that they like Kuro was actually one of my favorite characters as well, but then they took the Emiya personality out and they created Kuro. So I was a bit like,
So, what are you saying? You like Kuro because she had Emiya's personality in her, or you like Kuro?
no, I
as a-
like Kuro as a character itself, but
character.
then I didn't like the fact that they made Ilya pretty much completely useless after they took the Emiya elements out of her.
after they took Kuro out of it.
Yeah, basically they made Kuro into a complete different person.
Yeah.
So Ilya is like completely useless because it's basically taking her powers into creating another person.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah,
But-
right?
Well, she's not completely useless though. I mean, you've seen it, right?
She's been doing crap lately.
She's
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. She's doing crap.
lately.
Like even with like combined magic sticks in the cross evolution or cross henge, whatever you call it. Like
okay,
she still gets her ass smashed.
Lately, it's just been Miyu versus Shiro being Fuck you! Ah!
Yeah, then Ilya like.
Wait, who else fought in that last battle? I can't remember.
What, Kuro?
Kuro, okay.
The latest chapter, it's Kuro, it's Miyu, it's Emiya.
That was Kuro, Emiya.
But then they were.
Miyu, right?
It was more like a flashback.
Yeah, okay.
He was doing a flashback of what exactly happened before he sent Miyu off to the other world.
Yeah, he's still in the flashback arc right now because it's after the battle or whatever. I think they just finished the flashback arc.
I stopped watching after the flashback.
It's okay. It's interesting to watch.
I mean, it's supposed to be a gag spin-off, so it's still kind of gag, you know.
Yeah, it's
Like-
still kind of gag. Like they still do really funny shit. Like when it's supposed to be serious.
Like you have Tiger, which you can detach her arm and stuff.
I quite like it. It's like slapstick comedy, so it's really funny. Like during the lighthearted times, and then it gets serious. It's just like. I think it's cool.
I think it's cool as well, but then what I'm actually looking for Time Moon right now is, can't they create something new?
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even care if you create another Fate. You know, I don't really mind about that. But can you make something new? You know?
Technically, Grand Order's a new fate.
Am I supposed to give you the Yao Ming place and go like, bitch, please?
So I said technically. Shiro is way cooler in Fate Khaled. Way cooler.
Which Shiro?
Emiya.
There's two.
Emiya.
There's two.
The Miyu vs Shiro.
I know he's like Ilya first Shiro.
Ilya vs Shiro is a Moy blob.
Why don't we call him Shadow?
Shiro.
And like, I don't know, like maybe because I didn't play Hollow Ataraxia, but I don't understand the I don't understand the character Luvia.
Olivia. Okay.
Like, is she meant to be a Hollow Ataraxia character?
She was introduced briefly in Hollow Ataraxia, but not really. You don't really see much of Olivia in Hollow Ataraxia at all.
Like, how did she grew to like Shiro in the first place?
To like Shiro in the first place. I'm not sure.
Like that
To,
didn't
to,
make
to
sense.
be honest, that wasn't explained in Hollow Ataraxia from what I remember. Like, really, it just explained that, what is it, Luvia and
Oh,
Rin
wait till
has-
2020 to find out. You know what? You know what's going to be funny?
What? They still won't have released it by
No,
then.
it will be in 2030 because that's why they hinted it in the 2030 CE. Extella. Extella is a continuation of Fate Extra.
Extra, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know jack about Fate Extra.
That's because you didn't play the game.
Yeah, because I haven't played the game, because it's a game on console, that's why.
What do you mean? You were playing it on your phone, but then you just can't be fucked to continue.
I was playing on my phone, but I lost it, so I just never continued. Like, if I'm gonna continue playing it on my phone again, I'm gonna have to download and redo it all over again. So yeah, there's that. I mean, I would like to continue it. It's just I never get around to it. Yeah.
But here's also one of the things, right? Natsu also says this, that he didn't want to make Heavens feel like that.
Didn't want to make it that dark
But then he had to. No, she had to.
because
Because otherwise, it won't be a hentai game anymore. Remember, it has to be an adult game at that time.
at that time it had to be an adult game.
So, if it wasn't made like that, you know, it won't be an adult game anymore.
But there was adult content throughout the whole, the other series routes anyway.
What about the worms?
You don't need worms. You don't need rape. It's okay.
People like tentacles. People like rape. That was people's taste at that time.
Come on, people. although I actually like Heaven's Feel is actually my favorite route out of all of them because I like Sakura.
Hmm?
Sakura's my favorite character.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yes, really. Not because of that.
Website. You know what's funny though? I never finished.
You never finished
I never finished the
Heavensfield?
Heavensfield route.
It's so good though.
I don't know why, but
I really liked it.
I just never did. Stupid.
I mean, I like Saber too, but just Sakura wins. I'm sorry.
Sakura wins.
After all that shit, yeah, she wins.
You know, it actually confused me in the first Fate Stay Night anime.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch it?
The Face Day Night anime. Yeah, the Face Day Night anime was really confusing. The first version.
Like, remember they were trying to use Sakura as a.
Hero.
We're still alive though.
We're still alive? Okay.
Yeah. I'll just refresh it. Like, remember when they were trying to use Sakura as a Grail?
Yeah. Still was thing.
Yeah. And then I was like, why is she in the SM suit?
Oh, that's her. What is it? Her Grail thing. When it's her appearance as a Grail.
It didn't make sense. I was like, why did you put her in the SM suit? It just didn't make sense, you know.
Well,
I was like
if you mean the black appendages as the SM suit.
nah, she was wearing an SM suit.
A legit SM suit.
And a legit SM suit.
I don't remember that. I don't remember seeing that. Like seeing a legit SM suit on Sakura. I do not remember seeing that.
It was when she was used as a Grail instead of Ilya. And then I was like, what the fuck? I was literally like, what the fuck?
I mean, maybe it's just to appease the hentai out there.
I don't know, man. It was just, you know what? Fuck it. Maybe it was it was Studio Dean's taste. You know what I mean?
This was Studio Dean. Yeah, fucking Studio Dean.
Well, let's be honest, right? It was them who brought Fate to us in the first place.
Look, I watched that anime. I didn't even realize it was Fate at the time.
What?
I'm serious. I watched it and I forgot about it.
Which one?
Studio Dean's anime
Fate?
version of Fate. Studio Dean's version of Fate. I watched it. I forgot about it. I didn't even realize it was Fate because that's how meh I thought it was.
Really?
Then I played the game because a friend of mine at the time was like, here, have some games. I was like, okay, I'll try it. What's this? Face Day Night. Adult version, mind you. And I played it. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. I'll just keep reading. And then I checked out and see if there was an anime. Then I watched it. Oh my god, I've seen this before. Yeah, how shattering that was? I was like, I was expecting something good.
Are you serious? When did you watch it?
So long ago.
I watched it in high school, and that was like 2000.
I watched it I watched it
I was in 2006.
when I first watched it. So
2007.
before I even knew about Fate. When I first watched it, it was when I was in high school. The second time I watched it, and when I realized what it was when I was in TAFE, first year TAFE. Yeah, so just after graduating school.
So, after I knew you, then you watch it.
Yeah, I think so.
As I knew you, you weren't graduated.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's so long.
So long!
I knew you for so long. It was like the weirdest place to know someone as well.
Yeah, but at a card game store.
At midnight.
At midnight. Because of fucking pre-release! Come on!
At midnight.
And I'm like this kid, like, at midnight, at a pre-release. I guess you know.
I don't know, man. But
I guess you think that's kind of like, what's a kid doing at midnight? Yeah. Because at the time, I must have been like, what, 15, 16 years old?
I don't know. It was just weird for like a kid to hang out in midnight.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, there was no one else my age around that time.
And all I remember, like, the guys were just questioning you because they thought you were parallel in 40.
Okay. So what he's
No,
talking
no,
about...
no, 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 no.
I'm not gonna say it?
Like that.
Okay, let's not say it.
But yeah, I don't know, like, back then when I watched the first Fate Stay Night, right? I just watched that episode where Emil was against Berserker, and he was talking in English. And then me and my friend was like, whoa! That chant was so fucking cool!
I don't know, man. For me, I was just really
But then,
disappointed.
I just didn't know the fact why Shiro has to copy him and make the same exact pair of swords. Until I went ahead and played the game, then I realized, oh my fucking
God.
god, it's the future! No, like it wasn't even about like Pokemon Go. Like back then, there was no Pokemon whatsoever. We were playing card games.
We were playing card games back
and then it was a Magic the Gathering pre-release night, so
Yep.
we waited at midnight in a card shop. And then me and my friends were just like fucking around because we weren't even gonna play.
This is during Mirrodin Besiege. For
This was
those
like
of you that
it was 2011. Or 2000. It was 2010.
I can't remember.
2010. And there was this fucking Asian kid with his fucking anime playmat and his anime sleeves. I don't know. You were just lining up your sleeves from a pack for no goddamn reason.
I don't know what I was doing. I don't, maybe I was shuffling my cards, doing the file shuffle.
No, we didn't even get the packs then.
Well, I was lining up my sleeves for what?
I don't know. You were just lining them up for no fucking reason.
I don't remember that. Fuck.
And then I saw you, and then we went to talk, and was like, "Hey, what's up? What the fuck are you doing? Do you watch anime?" And then you're like, "Oh yeah, I watch Angel Beats." And then I got these cards, and you're like, "Oh, you got WS." That was literally it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh my god, you remind me like so in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? There was this one period of time where there was this really broken meta. And
Man, it's always broken in Yu-Gi-Oh, man.
it was this stupid thing. So I was playing this whole series. It was called the Six Samurais.
I don't know this.
So you have two samurais where you can keep using a card called Gateway, which can
I
loop
don't
the
get
thing,
that.
but you can put three gateways at the same time, and then you just infinite pop pop pop.
So you're just looping them infinitely and just go.
Okay. It was like Blackwing days, but anyway. Now why am I going off track all the time? But yeah, Fate was something that just made us went, whoa, English could be so cool. How come when we were speaking English, why wasn't it this?
Why
cool?
isn't English this cool?
Yeah.
I was like, I am the bone of my sword.
And then I don't know. There was Clannad. Here's the sad thing, right? All the key games I played, not counting Rewrite, first playthrough, all the endings I got were mums.
I don't even have to say anything. That speaks for itself.
But yeah.
For me, I can't remember what endings I got specifically for each
Right.
one first.
I only remember Clannad. Because for Clannad, the ending I got was the Dome Lady.
No, I didn't get her first. No way. I think
I got her first. I got the Dome Lady first, and then it was about how, her past and all that stuff, and she was hanging out with the cat.
Yeah,
that one.
I mean, I've played through that one. For Clannad, I think it was Fuko's ending first that I did. I think. For Rewrite was Chihaya. For
I don't know, for Rewrite I got the most generalized ending. I got fucking...
you got the normal
I got
one.
Kotori's
Kotori,
ending. And
yeah.
I was like, whoa! The first time I got a proper ending.
Kotori is very neutral. Well, there's not much. You can't choose. There's no mother there to choose.
I was hoping I can get the sensei, but...
In canon, Where did I get first in canon?
Canon. Canon's the mom. I know. Canon's the mom.
I think I got was it Mai? Or was it I think it was Mai. I know I got Nayuki later, so it couldn't have been her. I think it was Mai. The sword girl.
I don't remember. I don't even
The girl
remember
that
the story
goes
of Canon.
demon slaying.
I don't even remember the story of
Gee, man. It's not bad. Okay. Lil Busters. Where did I get for Lil Busters? Fuck.
Little Busters, I got the senpai.
The One-sama.
Fate needs a Skaha route.
Oh! I got Mio for Lil Busters. First time round.
Yeah. Like, what I really want to see for Fate, like for Skaha, right, is she actually gets her own story.
Her own series, yeah.
Maybe published in like a light novel.
Mm.
Or maybe, I'm surprised no one wants to do it yet.
That's true, that's true.
Or maybe they're just doing it and we don't know about it,
I suppose at this point, they're probably thinking, what do they want to spin around it? How do they want to mold it into themselves? Because Skaha already has their own legend, right? So they already have her own story. If they're going to make a Skaha series, it will probably be of her background, wouldn't it be?
Hmm?
Do you reckon?
What?
If they were to make a series just for Skaha. Okay. Okay. What could they possibly make about Skaha? What kind of game?
Grail War!
Story. Grail War.
Grail War, what else?
A Grail War where Skaha is in it.
What else could you do?
Okay, since it's Fate franchise, yeah, they're probably gonna be Grail War.
It can only be a Grail War. Unless you get out from the Fate franchise. I was actually I'm actually more interested in the Clock Tower. I actually want to have a story that's solely focused on the Clock Tower.
Clock Tower. Yeah, I do want to see that too.
But they haven't done that yet, so.
Wait, Skaha has god killing.
Hmm?
So she kills divine and undead.
She can't be killed. That's it.
No, but she can kill gods.
Yeah, she can kill gods.
She can kill gods, but she can't be killed.
She's got gay bulge.
Gay bulge. Skaha HK. I think we would all like that very much.
Remember, there was 2 gay bulge. One was stolen by Skaha's sister, and one was given to Ku.
What's the one that she holds? It's the prototype gay bulge, isn't it?
No, it's the one she holds is just an illusion. It's just a
No,
project. It's just a projection.
Because I read that like she has multiple gay bulbs. Like she
can create multiple gay bulbs, but the 2 true gay bulbs were one's given and one's the other one.
She gave one to Kuhu, right?
Because they were technically illusions
Okay.
or temporary creative, but people just call it projections, whatever you want to call it.
So she's doing the whole Shiro thing.
Technically
With gay
speaking, yes, it's like a more advanced version of gay bulb.
So that's why she can shoot like 6 of them.
Yeah, but then they won't be as powerful as that one gay bulb. You know what I mean?
What about her Noble Phantasm then?
Hmm?
Her MP then?
Ultimatum. Well, if you combine like fucking 20 gay bulk into one huge gay bulk and shoot it out, would it hurt? There you go.
So she's doing the whole Shiro thing, So just...
ultimately, she doesn't even need the gay bulk.
Skaha's fucking OP, man.
She is OP. No one says she's not OP. It's Skafu.
Skafu. Damn, Skaha OP. No, you'd have to make a whole new series.
What?
A whole new Grail War for Skaha.
Why not? Well, maybe someone from, someone in Clock Tower accidentally summons it.
Well, what I'm interested in is...
You know what's funny?
Okay.
Here, I'll think of some random shit, right?
Okay.
Someone in the Clock Tower stole some stupid powerful gem from Kaleidoscope and summoned Scarhars by accident. There, I gave you a setting. It worked.
That's the how she came to be. What is she going to do? Just kill shit?
Join some investigative adventures, just like KNK.
You're gonna tell her to use her game ball on little pieces of shit.
You're not.
To solve crimes. Like a fucking Watson.
Now we're talking about Sherlock Holmes.
You know how sad that would be? You scar her as a Watson.
No, she won't be the Watson. She'll be the Sherlock.
She'll be the Sherlock. Yeah, if it's scar her, she'd be the Sherlock.
Who will win in the Holy Grail War between the FGO poster servants?
These ones. We're talking these ones? Scar her. I think.
Yeah, Scar. No doubt. No doubt. You know when they did a spoof of like, I don't know if you guys play, because this game is only available if you bought Fate Hollow Ataraxia on the PlayStation
It's
Vita.
the Fate Ilia, the Ilia one, isn't it?
No,
Ilia's
no, no,
Castle.
no, 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 no. It's not Ilia's Castle. It's the Fate Gacha Wars.
Gacha Wars.
But it's not the gacha we're talking about. It's a gachapon machine. But you know how... Have you guys ever played Stick Wars? So basically, you have your own little gacha fort. And then, you know, you keep summoning little shitty servants to run around. And to beat the other person's, you know...
Okay, so it's kind of like...
It's a mini game, but...
It sounds like tower defense right now.
Yeah, it's basically tower defense.
Okay.
It's tower defense with Fate servants. It's a mini game that's, you know, given to you when you know...
Yeah, yeah, okay.
And surprisingly, Jan's in it.
Yeah, in Fate Hollow.
Hmm?
Surprising. Fate Hollow.
No, in that mini
Yeah,
game,
in that
along
minigame.
with I think Nobunaga was in it.
Okay.
Okida's in it as well, if I remember.
Because the thing is, right?
But the funny spoof, right, for Jan's ending,
Mm.
is Jan was annoyed the fact that she kept getting confused with Saber, and in the end she wants to have her own route. So in her ending, it's the start of Fate Stay Night when Shiro summoned Saber.
Shiro summons Jan.
And then he summoned Jan instead. And then Shiro was like, what the fuck? And then Jan was like, yeah, now I have my own route. That was the ending.
That's so good though.
What was your favorite VNs behind Type besides
Type Moon and Key franchise.
Oh,
I haven't played a lot. I mean, okay, I've played a few. I can't say I've played a lot, but
are you talking about like legit proper story ones, or are you talking about like just H in general? Are you just talking about just for lols?
well, okay. I want to talk about this in terms of proper story, but in
What are you
terms of
gonna
H, I haven't played a lot of HVNs actually. Okay, hard one. Besides Type Moon and Key, well, I played Sharon no Kuni. I played G Senjo no Mao. I played.
I've never played G Senjo.
Ah, Kusaya! Yes, Kusaya! There you go!
Legit.
Legit. Bible Black. You know, I haven't played Bible Black. I haven't even watched the H.
No H. Okay.
I haven't even watched it.
Legit that I actually really like and has a proper story. Give me 3 minutes. It's actually a really old one. The game was called Interlude. It's featured on the PlayStation 2. And it was going to have a continuation called Muragiri, but it never came to Sky because the illustrator died from a heart attack incident. And
Unlucky,
yes.
lucky.
But one of my favorite games was Interlude. It's right over there.
Right?
I'll grab it. Like,
You're not gonna grab it.
oh, you can grab it. Like, it's next to Higurashi.
Ugh, I have to move the couch. Such an ass. Where is it?
Next to Higurashi. The other one. The one on your right.
Here.
Yeah, you see the one next to Higurashi that says interlude?
Ugh! Ugh! It's gonna be hell to get to. There's the couches in front of it.
There you go.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Oops. There you
But I don't know if you can see it.
go. Oops.
Oops. But this game's called Interlude. It's like featuring 3 different little stories, but it's actually really interesting, and the art itself is actually pretty amazing itself. So for those of you who actually are into VNs, I do suggest you guys try to pick up a copy if possible. But remember, it's not translated, so
Yeah.
have fun.
Okay.
Have fun. I mean, like, the art itself is pretty amazing. And for a company that bankrupt, it's, yeah. Can't even open it. But yeah.
Let's check it over there.
Yep. But,
First world problems for collectors. Hell yeah. You know we're running out of space and Charles keeps buying games. Like we went and bought some more games today. I don't know what else we bought.
no, stop it. Stop embarrassing.
Okay.
Don't embarrass yourself.
We kind of necked ourselves today, but yeah. Emulator and TLVN on the PC.
Well, if you could do that, that'd be great. So I think we finished majority of the franchise. Oh, there was another franchise. You guys probably would not heard about it
Which one?
because it was never really properly advertised. That series is called DDD.
Yeah, I wouldn't have heard that.
It's one of the novels written by Natsu, but he never actually properly pushed it out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's called DDD. I think it was translated in English by one of the fans translators. So if you guys do happen to come across it, do have a read. It's actually really interesting.
You know, if Skaha could only kill spirits as well, then she could go, spirit hunting.
Oh my
That'd be
god!
interesting.
Demon Slayer Scar.
Demon Slayer Skaha. I don't know, it could be a thing, It could be a thing. She could go God slaying, I guess. Wanna do that?
God Slayer.
Hell yeah!
So she'll be a Campione.
her gay bulb and that God slaying skill. Apparently Martha has a stronger version.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, no, Martha's is the same, I think. But her one also hits demons.
Okay.
Yeah. Skaha hits divine and undead. Martha has both of those and demons. This is talking about FGO.
But yeah, like now you think about it, they kind of got stuck after the Fate franchise, and the only games they ever pushed out afterwards was Mahotsukai no Yoru.
Wild Sky, and that's it. And they're still doing Fate till now.
They didn't really do Fate, let's be honest. It's the same fucking thing going on and on.
Well, okay, it's kind of a rehash of everything,
You can put it that way.
but like it's still something new. I mean, they did bring in new characters, stuff like Mashu and
The Grand
Skaha.
Order, I guess it was a fresh experience, but for people like us who can, understand that.
Yeah, it's a bit like, we want some translations for this. You guys aren't very friendly to your international market. They never were.
That's also one of the biggest surprise I have. Like, no one ever tried to license Type Moon's visual novels themselves.
The VNs.
The VNs. No one ever licensed it.
It costs a shit ton.
Right. I don't even think Kano Kyokai was licensed by Yen Press.
Really?
I don't think it
Surprising.
was. So
Or,
I don't know.
or maybe it's just that they didn't let him.
Maybe it's just the Type Moon company just doesn't like to push their thing overseas. But I doubt that's the case.
Come on, man. They should know how big their market
Because
is
otherwise,
overseas.
how come the anime has English?
That's true. There's an English version of the anime.
I mean, they're not Macross where they got fucked over by licensing issues, but
Yeah. How did we turn into FGO pro players?
we're not pro players. We're casual players.
he cashes. As for me, I just do research on the game a lot in my own time, and just try to play smart because I don't have a lot of stuff, or used to.
Imagine translating it.
That's the case with every game, to be honest. Every VN. Although FGO might be about same as a VN now. Maybe I wouldn't say it's got more content than a VN at this point, anyway.
Well, sadly, the fan translation got cut off.
Yeah, fan translation got cut off. So people are doing it quietly, I think. No, it got cut off because they were putting it alongside with the game. That's why. Yeah.
No, they ripped the game files out and put up. But, like, let's be honest. If I was the company, I would have just let it slip. Because, it's just showing people how it works in the first place.
Okay. Because, I mean, like, it's experiencing the story, then there's actual gameplay itself. Yeah, Fate Extella is getting in English. That's right, yeah?
Hmm?
Fate Extella is getting English.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting an English version.
On November.
It's good. Good. About time they tried to market to the English audience.
Why?
I mean,
Ooh.
sure, they've been doing that with the anime, but yeah,
Wiki as your friend.
Yeah, man. Wiki is your friend. I use Cernopedia a lot most of the time. I use Reddit, mainly the MMMs, if you guys know that.
What's MMMs?
It's this Modern Magus magazine. That's what it's called. Series. I mean, you laugh at it. It's a funny name, but it's actually really informative reviews of each servant. And I agree for most part, but they do skim over the really niche details about servants, which I think you have to play to find out. I don't know. Like one of these days, sometime, I might do my own discussion of servants and point out these niche details because I feel like they deserve to be reflected, I guess.
They deserve to be reflected.
Yeah. I mean, like, these really tiny little niche details, that you can make so much shit out of. That's how I get around doing shit.
Like what? Scarha bending her knee, even though it's the same length.
Like the fact that Drake is a rider, so she sucks up all the stars. So you don't pair her with any other riders. You just give her stars and let her crit like a fucking truck. That's how you do it.
The only reason why I use Drake was because she has the MP boost. That's literally it. I'm not even kidding.
Any other moguls we play? I play MA casually. He plays Granblue
I
Fantasy.
play Granblue
what else
Fantasy.
do you play? Nothing. Used to play MA.
I used to play MA. I used to play Puzzle and Dragons. And what else? I don't know. I never really played other games. Really, I just pick whatever that's looks fun and
No,
try it.
I never really played much phone games in general. Like I started with the Angel Beats phone game. Yeah, that thing. That was like kind of like
Oh, was it that thing you showed me when we were in
Yeah.
Taiwan? And it was fucking horrible.
that stupid shit. It was pretty shitty game. So I was like, oh, I got bored of it. I deleted it. Like even though it's Angel Beats and I really like the series, I still deleted it because I didn't like the game.
Am I still early for the stream? Not too sure.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We can sit here for a while. I don't know. It depends.
It depends.
Well, we're just doing casual talk really. So, but okay. Then I got into MA, and I'm still playing it to this day, casually.
Casually.
Then I got into Love Live, and then I lost my account, so I stopped playing that. I'm not gonna
Oh my god,
grind
the days,
all that shit.
the days when you were playing Love Live was the days that you annoyed me the most.
Because I played the same song over and over again.
I just want to punch you in the
what
face.
song it was.
I don't know, man, but no, fuck my life.
Fucking TV. Oh, fuck you, stupid Cambridge audio.
Man, it was one of the most horrible experience I had when you were playing Love Live. Like, everywhere I go, it will be James playing the same exact song again and again and again. And
You have to grind the stupid fucking song to unlock other songs. It's so shitty. And I'm also doing that, so I'm trying to get like the best score I can. Eh.
Maybe.
Like, to be honest, I like some of those songs. Some of those Love Live songs were good. Like, I didn't really care about the card system, you know. It was like, collecting cards is cool. Because the cards don't really have a benefit. Sure, they might provide a little bonus, but I'm like, just tap it, you know, well enough so I earn enough points just by tapping it, you know, well. Just play the song good and you'll be fine. And, yeah, I lost my account. So, no, I'm not going back to that. Because I can't be bothered grinding all the way again. I grinded to level 80 for God's sake. That was hard. And then FGO came by. And I'm playing FGO.
I don't know, like, I wasn't really touching much phone games. It was more MA back in the days. But then there was this one point that I just got sick of it. So, I kind of stopped. Because the reason why I started playing MA was because Anthony kept persuading me. He was like, oh, come on, Charles, let's play. Because, you know, he had no one else to play with. He was like, oh, Charles, just play. And then I was like, alright, fine, I'll play. So I started playing it, and then we were just doing a lot of stupid shit. It was kind of funny because, you know, like, purposely not healing someone so they die. And
You're such a dick. Because he plays as the healer role, which I play as well. And then he doesn't heal as well. Like,
do you guys play PlayStation Vita? Yes, we do PlayStation. What's your favorite game on it?
favorite game on Vita? I haven't played much Vita. I can't really say.
Favorite game right now? That's gonna be a hard question.
Yeah, so many, man. So many.
Dream C Club.
You were gonna say Root Letter? Oh!
No, Root Letter wasn't my favorite. It's not even my favorite visual. Like, it's interesting, but that's about it.
Hmm.
But Dream C Club, maybe.
Dream C Club. You guys,
It's got everything you need to be a real man.
If you guys watching the Vita review, you'll know. You'll know.
We're actually doing a 3DS one at the moment, which we'll be filming it soon.
Soon.
Yeah. We were gonna put Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment into the list, but then the video kind of got dragged a bit too long.
Yeah, because the video was really long, so we cut it out.
And then we thought to put it afterwards and mix it, because we thought people would know the game by then. Like,
It's Sword Art, because
Like, you know.
we assume you guys all know Sword Art Online, all know it as a game, and yeah, I mean, it's Sword Art. Like, even if you don't want to hear it, you'll hear it. Unless
it's
you
everywhere. Like, there's no way you can miss it.
Yeah, like how are you gonna miss it unless you like actually live under a rock and never, you know, go out from under that rock. Oh god.
But yeah, I didn't expect I didn't expect that fast for us to finish talking about the other franchise.
Kind of touched on it really lightly, so
Well, what else could we talk about?
I don't know. I mean, like we barely talked about.
Most likely in the future they'll release 2 more to the trilogy of Mahotsukai no Yoru. They'll conclude it into why alcohol becomes blue to this day, which they never finished yet. And then most likely, hopefully in the future, they'll release Tsukihime.
Hopefully.
Tsukihime, yeah, they'll release Tsukihime, and then, you know, hopefully they will see the remake of it. Personally, I do not like the redesign of Arcade.
She looks like a saber face now.
No, the fact that they gave her a mini skirt. was what kind of ticked me off.
Really? Okay.
He gave her a mini skirt and the boots because Aokui was supposedly woken up from, you know, how many thousands years of slumber. So it's actually more suitable for the fact that she was
Yes,
actually out of
more
fashion sense.
Traditional clothes.
Traditional clothing.
Okay.
So that was a bit, for me, that was a bit, you know, that kind of ticked me off a bit. It's like, you know, as if you're trying to sell it to the market. But
Well, they are, to be honest. Well, I see what you mean. Now that you tell me that, makes sense. I mean, it looks nice aesthetically, but
yeah, but you know, it doesn't
it
fit.
doesn't
with
fit with the
story,
character.
So I wasn't really happy with
so
that.
okay, that makes sense. I don't think most people will get that unless you're a primary. See, this is what I mean.
Oh, please! Enough of the primary talk.
This is what I mean.
Am I supposed to join the elitist guild of Type Moon?
There's no such thing as elitist or anything. It's just, you know,
Aw,
whether you
yeah.
read the source, the primary material, which is why I say primary, or you go with the, you know, the version for everyone.
It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna bother arguing.
There's no problem really if you really want to. Like, the only time I'll shit on you is when you're worse than a secondary.
What do you think about Hollow Ataraxia? I didn't touch it. James did. Like, the reason why I never touched Hollow Ataraxia was
It's a good game.
I would have played it, but then people kept telling me like, oh, you know, you don't need to play it.
You don't need to.
And then I was like, all right, I'll play it then.
Sure, you don't need to play Hello Ataraxia. It's like a spin-off series, sure. But, you know, it's still...
I will still play it sometime.
It's
when
still
I'm free.
that little bit more of entertainment you can get out of the Fate franchise. It's good.
Apparently,
I
it
like
wasn't
it.
entertainment, but
Because
I guess it explains a bit of a background story for Bazette.
it explains Bazette's background story. Angra Mainu explains Karen, a bit of her, or introduces her more like. And you get to interact with the characters a little bit more. Well, not really interact, but see a bit more of their
Personality,
personality and
so
stuff
forth.
like that. How they, you know, behave and shit like that. It's cool. Like, I like it. I mean, sure, it might be boring for most people, I guess, if you don't like just slice of life shit. Because, yeah, it is a little bit slice of lifey. There is no real action to the game. Really, the only action is, and this isn't really a spoiler because you'll find it out in like a couple of hours playing it, more like an hour. You will die and die and die over and over again. as
Isn't
part
that
of
what
the
happens in all Type Moon games?
See, in the other Type Moon games, you can avoid dying. In this game, you must die to protect the progress.
But in Type Moon, one mistake you make.
One mistake, you make you dead.
Just walk on this road and suddenly get hit by an arrow for no goddamn reason at all. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened when I played Fate Extra.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't save. This is the most stupid part. I didn't save. And I finished the first part. I got up to Robin Hood's path.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know, and I was walking. I picked the wrong choice, and then I got shot in an arrow. With an arrow. At that point, I was like, "Oh, please don't tell me I have to fucking start all over from the start again." And yes,
Yeah, just all over again.
I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And what's worse was I was playing as Tamamo. The worst.
Tamamo's the hardest
The
one to
worst
play as.
servant choice you could ever have. I literally wanted to kill myself. I was like, holy fuck. I want to fucking bang my head to the wall. What was your favorite bad ending in Fate Stay Night?
Bad ending? Unfortunately, I didn't play through the bad endings.
One of the bad endings I actually had was... It was supposedly a Heaven's Feel bad ending.
I know that Heaven's Feel bad endings are really good.
It was when he summoned... Shiro summoned Kancho Backyard. And then he did the fucking, you know, the crane slash.
Yeah.
And then he died.
What? That makes no sense. Hold on. He did the
Basically-
fucking crane slash and he cut himself or something?
Nah, he did the crane slash because that was when he had Archer's arm. But then the problem was Archer's arm was invading too much of his body, and his body was turning into sword.
Okay, yeah.
So
okay.
by the time he finished using that move, like the whole arm was technically completely fused with Shiro, and
he became a sword.
something like that. And he died. The end.
He died. The end.
Or the other ending was that you have to choose between being a Seigi no Mikata, or you want to save Sakura.
Save Sakura, man. Fuck that shit.
So if you choose to become Seigi no Mikata, you'll kill Sakura, and then you'll kill Tosaka.
No. If you choose to become Seigi no Mikata, okay.
You will have to kill Tosaka and
Okay.
Sakura, because that's when Kotomine goes that, you know, you chose the path of
Okay.
being the hero of justice and so on and so on, blah 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 blah. So you have to kill that, because in order to ensure the world's peace, you must eliminate any possibilities of.
Oh, yeah.
And Sakura is one of the major ones. Tosaka is because if you kill her, she will go nuts.
Okay.
So you have to kill her as well. I know a few, but that was about it.
Seigi no Mikata is bad. Don't be one.
Look, when your future self tells you that you have made a wrong choice, most likely that is
It's a
the
bad
wrong
choice. It's like, I know you were wrong, but just because you were right doesn't mean you were right.
That was the worst line I've heard in my life.
Just because you're right doesn't mean you're right.
People die when they are killed. On birthdays you celebrate when you're being born.
Or about, oh, archers are really archers.
I swear, he has the most retarded brain in the world. And it took him until his death to realize that he was a retard.
Well, he's following his Seigi no Mikata ideal, which wasn't even his in the first place.
He borrowed it from his dad.
Yeah. Borrowed it from his foster dad.
And his foster dad didn't even give him his fucking
They
circuit.
didn't even get the circuit.
No, he didn't give him the...
Magic circuit, yeah.
No, the seal.
See, the crest.
The crest.
Yeah.
So he can't even do time accel.
Dude, imagine Emiya with a time axle. Sure, with time axle.
Yeah, but he didn't give it to him.
Imagine if you could.
Nor did he pass down his pistol.
No, he didn't.
He didn't give him Kigendan, nothing like that.
He gave him nothing.
Because he didn't want him to be one.
Yeah, you didn't want him to be one. And he still becomes one. Like, what a faggot.
All he had was projection magic.
Fucking projection magic. Oh, hey! He can copy anything he wants. Sword. Any sword he wants. Oh, almost. He can't copy air.
What do you mean he couldn't copy EA?
He couldn't read it. He couldn't copy it.
It was like in mosaic, as if he was watching porn.
Yeah, there's something like that. Watching Japanese porn. Yeah, it's a stream delay, so we might say something and then, yeah. So, yeah.
I like how the picture is like Persona.
Persona 3. Can you actually change that? Like,
Nope.
it's stuck like that. I can't change it.
Blame YouTube.
I don't know, fucking YouTube. Yeah, a lot to eat.
Nah. It's just soup.
It's just soup.
You not notice I didn't even eat any rice?
So you left all the rice behind?
No, there was no rice.
Oh, there's no rice, okay.
There was no rice to begin with. All I had was vegetables.
Well, honestly, that's better for your diet. You don't need
Yeah.
that much rice. You had a lot of carbs today. This guy's on a diet.
And I ate carbs. But yeah. Will any one of you be saying Hinamikata? Well, he tried to be one in Daily Lives of FGO. Turned out horribly. He became a Sumanai instead.
Dude, Can I even make that joke anymore? I pulled fucking John and Lancer Kyo in the same gacha. What the fuck?
I don't know what to say about that, man.
Hey man, we are
We're
pretty
just-
late into the stream. So.
We're just about to close it, you know. We already finished our topic, which was faster than we expected.
Yeah.
Maybe because there wasn't really much in the franchise to begin with. Maybe
We
but-
talked about the other ones. We didn't talk too much about Fate, I guess.
Well, there was not like there's not. You don't really need to talk
Dude.
about Fate because Fate was what brought us here to begin with. So people already know about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's not like they're releasing anything new either. Who was the biggest ReZero type personnel that you guys know?
ReZero type person? What do you mean by that? Like, as in,
R4 from Nip Nip.
I'm not really sure.
What does that mean?
Wait. R4 from Neptunia. It's doing the same shit over and over. It's honestly sad.
I don't get it. What does that mean?
Oh, okay. I think we're talking like someone who does like time loops or something. Who's biggest time looper or something like that. Yeah, a person who keeps jumping in time or something, maybe.
I don't understand.
Like if we're talking about a person who does like time jumps, I'm saying Homura. 'Cause,
Well, he's asking you a ReZero, right?
yeah, like who's the biggest ReZero type person? So I assume
He
a
says,
person that time jumps a lot.
time jumps.
That's what I'm assuming.
Isn't that Okabe Rintaro?
Yeah, Okabe Rintaro was one. He time jumped a lot.
He tried to save Tutu.
He saved the what is it? What was it? What's her name again? I can't remember.
Mayoshi.
The other one.
No, Kurisu.
Christina gets killed.
It's so cool, son of a bitch. I am mad scientist. And he got fucking detained. I go boom.
It's so good.
I am mad scientist. It's so cool.
But yeah, I would say Homura because she suffered a lot.
I think you guys should do a cooking live stream. Maybe if we have a kitchen one day.
If we had a kitchen,
If we have a kitchen, then we'll do one.
cooking live stream. You know, the last time me and Charles cooked something together, we did something really stupid.
Which one?
Wasn't it the one we tried to shokugeki?
Oh!
We tried to shokugeki.
Fuck. We did it once.
We did it once, and
So we tried to do the Chaplin steak one from
Yeah.
Shokugeki no Soma.
yeah, we
And
tried.
we
tried
made
to
one
do
of
it.
the worst mistakes.
What did we do?
We got the wrong steak.
Yeah, that's right.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be those shitty steak fillets. But when
We got like premium steak.
we got premium sirloin steak,
Premium
so it was
sirloin.
too fatty, and we couldn't.
It was so much, and I was just like, oh, we just couldn't eat it. Oh my god.
I remember how long it took us to cook it.
This food is my one is just takeaway from downstairs, and his one, because his
Oh.
mum is keeping him on a strict diet, so she sent the driver to, to
Oh.
deliver him food.
Basically, she delivered me food, and she
Yeah.
was like, "Nah, I don't want you to eat food too much from outside." And I was like, "Sure."
Okay.
I do admit, like I've been staying out for way too long these days.
Well, we're staying later for work. Like.
Well, I haven't been, at home for like 90% of my time.
For like this past week, and last week. How to cook with App Saviors, call the MC's guy.
Call the Macca's guy.
Macca's guy. Call the Macca's guy. Hey, come in.
No, they're expecting you,
Like like imagine if we get to that point where we call him so regularly, he just knows.
But like originally we were gonna have but yeah. So I guess we can wrap it up here today.
I guess
We
yes.
conclude majority of it, and if there's any topics you guys want to talk about next week in next week's Fake Game Over Gudasalt podcast, then do let us know in the comment section down below. What's the first game you re-rolled?
First game we rerolled.
First game I re-rolled was actually
My friend re-rolled me an MA count.
Fake Grand Order. That's actually the first game I actually bothered re-rolling.
Otherwise, I did a little bit of re-rolling for my FGO account as well. And
I gave up. I gave up after 3 or 4 tries. And
I stopped after getting Formacroft. You guys have a best bad VN. Something that's so bad it's hilarious.
Yeah.
The best bad VN. I don't know. I don't play shitty VNs. If it looks shitty, I don't touch it.
You want my opinion? I thought Umineka was shit
Yeah, okay, as a VN. Yeah.
because it looks shit.
Because it looks shit. Because the art is shit. You can't blame him. It's just the art is fucking shit. He's got like fucking pincer hats.
3 fingers, mate.
Dude, I tried to play that. It was hard, okay? I can't sit through pre-pinked 3-prong shit.
Tyrannosaurus hand. But we'll definitely do something else soon, and most likely tomorrow we'll publish a new episode of Daily Lives of FGO
Yeah.
after delaying it for so long, and we'll also start updating our vlogs and finish the filming with Otaku's waifu buying guide for 3DS,
We've got a lot of work planned ahead, so
and hopefully
we're busy.
hopefully tomorrow we can stream as well. So
Yeah, hopefully.
we can stream like gameplay and all that stuff tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out with us, guys, and hopefully tomorrow tomorrow or something we'll try to do something.
We'll see if we can stream tomorrow.
Please let be cooking. I wish. And yeah. For
challenge.
for those of you who are wondering about we still have 20 more reroll accounts to give out for FGO, so most likely we'll do it in future episodes. And as for the ones who actually won the giveaway and haven't
Giveaways.
contacted us yet,
Yeah.
then
do so.
do so, because otherwise you'll miss out.
Yeah, hit us up.
Hit us up. We got majority of them contacted us already.
There's
Thanks
like,
for no.
2 more people who need their reroll accounts or some shit, whatever.
And then what about the photo books?
I think they're all done.
They're all done.
I think so.
So that's good. But until then, thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you guys
next
tomorrow.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, tomorrow.